An up and down season has unfortunately taken another twist as news has broken this evening that Alexander Isak has a suspected broken lower leg. He scored a goal, but in the midst of that was badly challenged by Mickey van der Ven. We're going to chop it up, people, for a little bit and see what the short-term future holds for Isak and Liverpool. Sit back, relax. Let's get into this.
Hi, this is Jordan Henderson, and you're watching Team Kop-ish.
Being free back again, ripping LFC till the end, so go on, tell a friend. If they rockin' red, they're a 10 champions, we the best, we come again. Kop-ish clean up in every region, elevation in every season. Catch up in all the fast match up in real rap and drifty go on, tell them this is that, this is that. This is Kopish, this is Kopish. Reppin' Liverpool till the end, champions, we the best, come again. This is that, this is Kopish, this is Kopish. The main free back up in your screen, real ones know this the place to be. This is Kopish.
Big up, people. Hope you're well. Welcome back to the channel. Obviously, we weren't meant to be going live today, but with the breaking news about Alexander Isak, I think it's only right that we do so. As always, we do have to speak about our sponsors before we get into the nitty-gritty. Shout out to okjersey.com. Do pick up your jerseys. You won't get in time for Christmas now, but you might be able to get something in. Well, not might. If you order it now, you'll be able to get early in the new year. Could be a little late Christmas gift, or it'd be this season's kit, last season's kit, retro kits, or your nation's kit, especially with the World Cup coming up. You do not want to miss out, guys. £15 for your shirt of your desire, or training jersey. Training gowns
No
are different type of shop.
No diddy.
No diddy. Use the promo code Kopish, Kopish, no hyphen, for an extra 8% off. Go and check out okjersey.com. Drift. I don't even know where to start with this one, man. Massive blow for Liverpool, losing Isak. Now, I know he hasn't been at his best, but yesterday just literally showed us a glimpse of one shot, one kill, a beautiful finish with his weaker foot. However, in the midst of that, we have now lost the striker potentially for at least 2 months with a bad challenge. I want to speak about the challenge first and foremost because, look, I don't like to pile onto a player, and I've not seen enough of Mickey van der Ven being reckless or a dirty player as such. If this was Romero, I'd probably feel a little bit different, rightly or wrongly. But your thoughts on the challenge? Because when we both, when all three of us were watching the watch long, we said, how is that not even a booking? Why is there nothing happened to that? And maybe people in the chat can help us out here. Maybe there's a ruling in place that we don't know about. But the tackle drift, like, what's your thoughts on that?
I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I have absolutely no idea how just because the goal has gone in, that means that there's no review. Do you get what I mean? Like, I mean this with the kindest of ways. Mickey van der Ven can fuck himself. That is a reckless tackle. It is late as hell. And that is a red card on any other area of the field. So I think it is irrelevant whether the ball went in. So let me get this straight. You and me are tussling. Pause. You're the striker. I'm the defender. Yeah.
Tussle's a bit of a mad one still.
Tussling on the pitch.
Cool.
You go past me. Just as you pull the trigger, I elbow you in the back of your head. Ball goes in.
That'd be mad still.
But because the ball went in, I don't get in trouble for what I did. Like, that was a reckless late challenge. The fact that the ball went in before he touched Isak means he was late as hell. He's now caused serious injury to Isak.
Yeah.
But why can't that? Why is there no retribution? Like, I am so confused. It's almost like everybody was like, don't even worry about what Van der Ven did. Like, there wasn't a review. The referee didn't care. Nothing. Like, what's going on? So I can literally give you a leg-breaking tackle, but just because the ball went in the back of the net, it's irrelevant what I did to you. Isak's going to miss maybe 2 or 3 months of the season now. Yeah. And if I'm being honest with you, Cal, Isak's season is over. He ain't going to refine form when he didn't even have form before the season is done. This is literally a whole season of Isak's career written off. Like, now, like, it's just gone. Do you know what I'm saying? And half of that is going to be down to a reckless tackle from Van der Ven. He might have kicked on now,
Yeah.
Salah's gone AFCON. We're going to play 2 up top a lot. It could have been a time for them not to bond, and Ekitike and him could have found a little bit of, you know what I mean, form. Wirtz could have enjoyed starting to play with Isak up front. Now he found that was his first assist for Isak. The link up, that completely just got ignored because of the injury, and we got distracted. Isak did a link up with Wirtz and got a goal out of it. What we've been waiting for all season.
Yeah.
And now it's all just gone because Van der Ven is just rash and goes in with that crazy tackle, bro. Like, I'm sorry, man. That should even be one of them ones where he can be, like, in trouble afterwards. Like, yeah, all right, the ref didn't see it on the field, but let's have a look back. Crazy tackle. He should have got in trouble for that, man. He should have got in trouble.
I completely agree with everything you said. Completely. I just want to try and present a different side of it without trying to, so we're not coming across too biased. If that's a Liverpool defender and let's say that's Richarlison through on goal, and our player goes for the ball, because it was a genuine attempt to win the ball. I think we have to make that clear. Even though it was a genuine attempt, it's still a bad foul and he still should have been sent off, in my opinion. Would we have been upset if our player had been sent off if their player had scored, but the follow through obviously caused that?
Again, we're all hypocrites as football fans, right? So I'm not gonna snitch on my own player and be like, he should have been sent off, he should have. But if a Tottenham fan came to me and was like, you know that was a red card, right? I'd be like, nah, it was. Do you get what I mean? Like, I would know deep down it was absolutely reckless. I'm just not going to snitch on my own player. But yeah, I wouldn't be able to argue it, Cal. I definitely wouldn't argue it if it got brought up. Because I would know, yeah, bloody hell, that was a bad tackle. Like, that really was a bad tackle. And he was running at pace, bro. And you know how quick Van der Ven is. Yeah. What is he, about 15 stone?
Probably not 15 stone.
Well, at least 14. Like, he's built. Do you know what I mean?
Either way, he's not a small. He's a centre back, isn't he? And he's a big centre back. So like,
yeah, and running at pace and put his whole body weight into that tackle. That is a bad tackle. I don't know if you want me to quickly show you the screenshot. I've just paused it during the game of like how late he is, basically. So look where the ball is when he makes contact with Isak. He missed by a bit, bro. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't even like, you know, like the ball's already on its way into the back of the net before he connects with him. That is a really bad tackle. A really bad tackle. And now we've got no Isak, man. It's crazy, bro. It's actually crazy.
Yeah. The thing is with still images drifted, they are sometimes they can do a disservice.
Oh, it's worse if you watch.
No. That's what I was going to say. I actually think that probably makes it seem less worse, to be honest, than it actually was. Yeah. I remember watching it in real time. We all thought that I said it straight away. I was like, he's broken his leg. Then the rumors came out that it was his knee, and I was like, I didn't quite understand why it'd be the knee. So I know, man.
I think the scary thing about the knee, though, Cal, you said it when you did yours. You can actually bust your knee without even realizing how it happened, didn't it? Like, the way his leg twisted, it could be his knee. Do you get what I mean? Like, but I think what the reports are saying that it's the lower leg, so I don't think it's anything to do with the knee. From the reports, anyway, that are saying suspected.
So apparently, it's the left of the two bones in the leg. So it wasn't.
So what's that? The fibula and the tibula?
Yeah, but I don't know which is which. If I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, no, neither do I.
But I feel as though it's the smaller bone out of the two. I want to say.
Well, here's the scary thing, bro. Because I heard if you're going to break your leg, it's actually easier to mend if you break both of them. Apparently, if you only break one of them, it's harder to heal.
So I'm not too sure.
Because if both of them break, they just set it back in place and let it heal. Whereas apparently if one of them breaks and the other one doesn't, replacing that one while the other one's still strong can be a little bit awkward. So apparently sometimes it can be harder if you only break one of them. Not that you would want to break both because it's probably more painful, but that's what I heard anyway.
Plus, we don't know if it's a break or a fracture either, because obviously that determines the two differences as well, whether it's a break or
a fracture would be a lot better, obviously, than a break. So
yeah, in
this scenario, anyway.
Shout out to KJ in the chat. He said his brother had a double leg break, and he's a pro. Like, yeah, I can only imagine, because obviously you got. a break and a fracture is bad in it, but there's levels to it. Obviously, like Dribble Cisse's was a compound fracture, so both bones in the leg were broken, and it pierced his skin, for example, like similar to Chris Weidman in the UFC.
Yeah.
Whereas Anderson Silva was a break, but it wasn't a compound break because it didn't pierce the skin. Either way,
is that the only thing that they? I mean, if it's broken inside the skin, does it matter if it comes out?
No, it's a lot worse if it comes out of the skin because you open up to risk of infection and
okay, from that point of view,
yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, you can still get an infection with it being in the skin. Still, outside the skin is meant to be crazy. Yeah, it's like because infection and bone being exposed to what it shouldn't really be exposed to. So yeah, bit crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. If anybody ever broke their leg around me and the bone was poking out, and no matter how close we are as friends or whatever, I can't deal with that. I would not be able to be physically right there looking at that. Like if it was like, oh, can you try and like get it back in? No, sir.
Yeah, touch wood. I've never seen that in person, and I pray to God.
Yeah, I hope I never do, bro.
Yeah, but
man,
it's not nice at all, man. It's not nice at all. Thoughts on Isak now? Obviously, we spoke about Mickey van der Ven. Nothing's going to happen there, which again, I'm with you. I think something should happen there, but we know how this game goes. Thoughts on Isak now, man, because it's been a very up and down season. Obviously, he came to the club late because Newcastle made it very difficult for him to leave, as they have a right to. He was their player at the time. We got the player in. Obviously, didn't have a preseason, so we had to get him up to speed. Didn't really happen. He scored a couple of goals. Obviously, he scored his first goal against Southampton in the Carabao. Then he scored his second for Liverpool against West Ham, I want to say it was. And then
West Ham, yeah.
And then the goal yesterday. What do you think is going to happen with Isak now, short term, and do you think we see him again for this season?
I think we will see him again this season as long as it's got nothing to do with his knee. I know I've seen a few people in the chat that are saying, thank God it's not an ACL. We don't know that yet. Obviously, we hope it isn't. If it isn't an ACL, would you be in agreement of like a broken leg or a fractured ankle is better than an ACL? Because I would. I know that's still a serious injury, but for some reason, the ACL seems to be the one that is always the most worry. Will you be normal again? Yes, normally, with a leg break, you will be normal again. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, the two worst injuries you can get as a footballer, within reason, obviously, is ACL or ruptured Achilles, right?
Achilles, yeah. Or a slip disc.
That's very unlikely in football, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
I just get haunted still from my Football Manager days.
Yeah.
I remember Michael Owen got a slip disc and was out for 2 years, bro.
2 years?
2 years on my Football Manager, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I'd assume that if it's a break or fracture, the actual healing time for a break is usually around 6 weeks. If it's a fracture, slightly less. I mean, I've fractured my wrist just going through years back now, and the fracture, I think it took about 4 weeks to heal, and then maybe another 3 weeks to build up some strength in it. But again, I'm not playing football. I'm not punching or hitting anything with the hand, so it's different. If he's just a regular human being and you're just going to do a normal 9-to-5 job or working at a desk or something like that, then like 6-7 weeks is fine. He's back to doing his normal life. As a footballer, you've got to remember, you've got to build the muscle back up around the leg. You've got to then get running again. You've got to build up your physical endurance, the endurance for the bone and the muscle around it. It could be really tricky. It could be really tricky whether we see him again this season or not. I'd like to think that we might see him in the back end, because I remember Cisse when he got his injury, he did that, I want to say maybe October time in the league. And then he was back by April, right?
Yeah, I can't actually remember.
But his was a lot worse than what we presume Isak.
Yeah. So, it's like Eduardo for Arsenal. I think he was out for 9 months, wasn't he?
That there is one of the worst I've seen.
That was horrific.
That is one of the worst I've ever seen.
I think
That was-
I think it was because he did like not a somersault, but because he did like a flip,
360, yeah.
and you could see the leg was just
Yeah.
only being held by the sock. It was like, that was
that one, and I think Aaron Ramsey with Shawcross.
I don't actually think I saw how his leg looked with the Ramsey one, so that's why I don't. Was it bad?
Yeah, horrific.
Oh yeah, the Harvey Elliott dislocated ankle. That was horrible. Do you remember when because we actually watched his ankle.
Yeah, we watched that game live.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we actually did.
Yeah.
In terms of your question, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I mean this with the greatest of respect because I love the guy. I'm gonna forget Isak plays for Liverpool until further notice. I just have to get it out of my mind. I'm just gonna forget he plays for us.
Yeah,
like I'm just gonna. He's having a bad season anyway. He's clearly not gonna be able to refine form in time to like have a real impact on this season. Now, I'm just gonna forget he plays for us. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of feel like the recruitment team have to forget he plays for us. We have to go double dip the market, bro.
Okay.
It can't just be Semenyo now. We got to go and buy another striker.
All right. I'm glad you said that because that was the next point of concern I wanted to speak about. I may be in the minority when I say this. I don't see Liverpool going out and getting a striker. And the reason I say that is because if you buy a striker, you're not buying a striker just for one season or half a season. You're buying a striker for a few years, right? Big up to Matt in the chat as well. Not just that. Is that striker going to want to come in knowing that Ekitike's there and Isak's there? So what happens to you when I return? So what happens to me if I'm the striker when Isak returns and if Ekitike continues his form? Loaning a striker for me makes sense till the end of the season, but at the same time with that, Liverpool don't really do loan deals, especially in January. And whenever we seem to do loan deals, they never seem to work out for us. Plus, if we go in and got a Semenyo, I'm not saying this is what I want to happen before people in the chat crash out at me, but I could, by all intensive purposes, seeing it being Semenyo or Gakpo who plays up top, even maybe Salah, if we're going to continue with a 4-4-2 or even with one up top, then you still got Ekitike. Again, I'm only just saying who we've got in the squad. Jaden Danns is coming back to fitness now. They might look at that and go, well, he'll have to fill in until the end of the season. It might mean Chiesa, who I thought was going to leave in January, doesn't now leave in January and stays. I don't think we go and get a striker. I think we still bring in a forward, which is what we needed to do. But I don't think we go and get a striker. Shout out to Jay. Firmino on loan. Yes, I would do it. Would we do it, though? I don't think so.
So I was only talking about what I would want as the best case scenario. I agree with you that the club won't do it, but we should be double dipping the market based on what's just happened. You know what I mean? So,
but even
I agree with you. They probably
how do you sell to a striker to come to Liverpool?
You get one of the young up and coming strikers where he'll have a future at Liverpool, and it won't just be about this season.
Ekitike's 22, bro.
We don't know any, but there must be an 18 or a 19-year-old with some promise out there that you like. All right, let's take a risk. Low value. If it doesn't work out, then fair enough. But like you know, like the scouting team must know some youngsters out there with some good potential. You can go pick up for a good price.
Jaden Danns. I tell you a name that I can think of off the top of my head. Endrick, for example. But
what, on a loan deal?
Yeah, because he apparently Real Madrid are looking to loan him out in January. Endrick, if I'm not mistaken, can Endrick cover right wing as well?
Well, then that is something we could think about. Then
we could look at that. But again, if you're Endrick, he's leaving Real Madrid because Mbappe's there. Now, obviously, Ekitike isn't Mbappe. But if you're Endrick, you're leaving Real Madrid to get guaranteed minutes, right? He ain't going to get guaranteed minutes with Ekitike. And Endrick's another one who will be coming in out of the cold as well, effectively, because he's not played many minutes. So
well, we've got to do that whole thing of like convince the player that we play so many games, you will get time. Don't worry about who's there. Because it is a squad building world, right? And that is how you're supposed to do it. With all due respect, we're a bigger, better club than Arsenal. And if they can go and get players of like Madueke and Eze level to know that they're bench holders until proven otherwise, then we can. Do you get what I mean? Like if I'm watching Arsenal be able to go and spend 120 mil for both of those two, for them to know until otherwise they're bench players, Liverpool can do that.
All right, you're right, Drift. In the philosophy of what you're saying is absolutely spot on. No, you know where I stand with building a squad, like. But let's say you've got Saka and Madueke, how would you convince another right winger to go there? If Saka's, let's say Saka's out for the next 3 months, how would you convince another winger to go and play and compete with Madueke and Saka? That's because that's the situation we're in. We're not trying to bring in someone to if let's God forbid, let's say we didn't have Ekitike and Isak's just gone down with an injury. For me, it's quite easy to go to an Endrick and go, all right, come to the club. Short term, you're going to be in the spotlight and you're going to get loads of minutes, but long term, you're going to be competing with Isak. I don't know how I sell to Endrick, for example. You're going to compete with Ekitike for now, but when Isak comes back, you're going to compete with Ekitike and Isak, unless you can sell to him, but you'll also play right wing as well. If you can get a versatile forward, I think that makes more sense. But then again, are we sitting there going, we got Rice at home, we got Gakpo in the squad, and Gakpo can play up top, even though we might not like it.
You will know that because you know what just popped into my mind while we were talking about it. We're getting back Elliot in January, meaning that we'll have another creative player that can play in the 10, which means that there's a position in the squad that we don't have to worry about, where maybe you can sacrifice a Gakpo or a Chiesa now, as you are just now a striker. You don't have to play wide anymore or whatever, and then you do go and buy a winger. So you're right, we could do that. I'm just thinking we need to live in a world where, God forbid, anything happens to Ekitike, and I'm not even talking a serious thing. He could just, I don't know, get a calf strain and he's out for 2 weeks, but there's 4 games in that 2 weeks. Then what do we do, bro? Now we've got no Isak as well. What do we do when that happens? Like, you've always got, as the club, you got to think of the worst case scenario because of just in case, right? Do you know what I mean? And like, I love some of the players that we have, but I don't think they're able to lead the line the way Isak and Ekitike do if they're on their own. Like, Gakpo and Chiesa can't lead the line on their own. Do you know what I mean? Playing with one of the other two, perfect. But I don't think a front two of like Chiesa and Gakpo would work. And I could be wrong, but I can't see a world where that would work. So then what do you do? Do you know what I mean? So Endrick on loan, yeah, man, run that. And you know, I believe in Chiesa playing up front with Ekitike. I think those two could be good. But is Slot going to play him? He's got this Chiesa issue. And plus, we don't even know when Gakpo's back. We're saying Gakpo can play up front. He's got another 2-3 weeks until he's back anyway, right?
Is there a question where you could go, what about if look, the rumors are circling and have been circling for a while about Semenyo, right?
Yeah.
Could Semenyo play up top? I mean, he has played as a striker in his career.
Yeah, Semenyo can play in the middle, yeah.
So maybe does that kind of, it doesn't help us short term because we wanted Semenyo to come in and compete with Salah and Gakpo, but so it doesn't help us. Yeah, it doesn't help us short term, but long term it's beneficial because he can play up top straight away with Ekitike maybe, and then you've still got Gakpo, Salah when he comes back from AFCON. I don't know, man. I don't know if it massively changes our plan for January. I think where it does, it heaps even more pressure on Slot, which isn't fair on him, but it is the nature of the beast. I do think it heaps more pressure on Slot because he's now got to find another solution to an issue that is unfortunate. But again, what I will say, this is where I have to rate the recruitment and Slot. How many people, especially over the last couple of weeks, have gone, why did you even buy Isak when you could have just kept Ekitike and not bought another striker? Well, this is the reason, because we only had one striker if we have Ekitike. We only have one striker if we have Isak. So here's a question. A shout out to you, Zegna. If we don't get Semenyo now, who do we go and get that could potentially again, I'm going to say Rodrigo because he's someone I've wanted. I'll keep the consistency. Rodrigo can play up top as well. We don't know about how he'd be physically in the league, but from a technique standpoint, we know he can play up top.
Isn't he starting to get minutes now, though, which would make him even more reluctant to leave?
No idea.
I think Rodrigo recently has been played a bit more. I'm not sure, but I don't know, man. I don't really. You know me already. I'm not the biggest Rodrigo guy. Like,
no, that's fine. Yeah,
I know he's not a crap player. I'm just not the biggest Rodrigo guy. Like,
even if you did think he's crap, you're justified to have your opinion. Obviously, we debate it, but here's the thing. Even though I'm a Rodrigo fan, I understand the reservation of Liverpool fans wanted to get him because apparently we tried to get him in the summer. He said no, he's just not having it. shout out to Kayon Adeyemi. What about an Adeyemi?
No, the way Adeyemi plays, I don't think he'd flourish at Liverpool because we don't get all that time in behind the defenses and stuff like that. Adeyemi's a very good like counter-attack type of forward. I think he'd be kind of nullified in a low block. You know what I mean? He's not that type of guy, is he?
That's fair. Kayon saying he wants to leave Dortmund.
I'm just trying to think of players that are around the world that maybe like that young up-and-comer where you could convince them it wouldn't matter about game time because you've got a long like Liverpool career ahead of you. I can't think of any off the top of my. You know, like I'm trying to think. Is there like an Adam Wharton up front somewhere where he's only like 20, he's young, he's an up and comer? It's like just come and fight for your place, man. Don't worry about whether you can.
So why can't we put that faith in Will Wright or Jayden Danns?
I'm not saying we can't. I'm just like, you know, maybe this is really harsh on me, but you know, sometimes the ship sails on a youth player actually breaking in. Like I remember one time when I kept on holding on to Wilson, I was like, he's gonna eventually break through. He's gonna, and it just never happened. You know what I mean? And then obviously, like I don't quite think he is Liverpool level, but I still think he's a baller. And you see him at Fulham now, and he's, you know what I mean? And you're like, could we have done with him at times? Yes, I think we definitely
be real, bro. Shall I be real with you? I'm just gonna put this out there, and I know it's gonna go down.
I know what you're gonna say.
Let's say Salah does leave in the summer, and we bring in Elise, Rami Wilson on a free for backup.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say we should have never let Shaqiri take his spot in the team. That's what I thought you were.
No, we should have just kept Harry Wilson. Shout out to Mike Das in the chat as well. Big up yourself, Mike. Hope you're well, bro. If Salah is leaving and we can bring in Elise, I'd bring in Harry Wilson on a free as backup.
He's a good player, man. I like Harry Wilson, man.
He's got excellent technique, man.
Yeah, he does. His shooting is brilliant. I'm trying to just think who around the world is that type of young up-and-comer that would be willing to fight for his place and just be really happy at the opportunity to come to Liverpool. I'd have to maybe do a little scouting, but I'm sure the scouting team do know. I mean, do you have, I'll ask you, Bo, do you have faith that Jayden Danns can turn around his fortunes and actually become favourable at Liverpool?
Honestly, I do, yeah. I think Jayden Danns is extremely talented, has a really good eye for goal. He's got great striking instincts. I just feel as though the only concern with him are the injuries, how they've taken a toll on him. But before he was getting the injuries, he was seen as our brightest youth academy product.
No, I know. But the injuries have really rocked him, right? Because it's the same with what's his name, whose mum actually came out and was like, he's really mentally.
Oh, Kai Gordon.
Kai Gordon. Yeah, after his injury, his mum was like, he's really struggling mentally to like deal with, like, because apparently he was like scared to start playing again. And we forget when you're younger, those things can happen in it. Because sometimes you can be young and fearless, or sometimes you can be young and impressionable. And if something leaves an impression on you like that as a teenager, sometimes you struggle to get over it. And Kai Gordon's mum said that he's struggling to get over the injury. So it is always a worry with these youngsters, you know what I mean? Whether if Danns can come back in, then you know what I mean, it might be time. But yeah, I'm just a little bit worried now what we're gonna do with such a long-term injury to Isak. And Ekitike isn't even like a 90-minute player at the moment. So we're still looking at that. So who do we bring on now then when it's the 75th minute and you've got to keep him, you know, in bubble wrap because you need to make sure he's all right for the next game or whatever? Who is it going to be? Will he play Chiesa? Maybe he's going to be forced to just have to play Chiesa. Because on the real, I have no idea why he won't.
Sorry, Tway, is that true that Kai Gordon's torn his meniscus?
Is he injured again?
He's got to be done luckiest, man. That is so
flipping hell.
Bloody hell, that's unlucky.
Shit, I feel for the kid, man.
Oh, that is so unlucky, man. I thought some prayers go to him, man. That is bloody hell, man. To have that amount of injuries that by that age, you know how horrible that is.
Because he's probably sitting there right now, brother, and he's thinking to himself, my career could be over at the top level because by the time my contract runs out, Liverpool aren't going to renew it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, all them things are going to be going through your mind when you're that age. That is so unfortunate. And how is he going to mentally recover now if his mum said he was already struggling before?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bad one, man.
Oh, that's a damn
Yeah,
shame.
I feel it for him, man.
With regards to shout out to Damien, because I was just going to speak about this. Is there a concern with Slot regarding bringing through some of these academy products? Because he loaned out Jaden Dan's last January when I feel as though Jaden Dan's could have been integrated into the squad a bit, especially while we're so far ahead in the league. By Shetik, we don't know what's going to happen there because he has been injured. Bobby Clark was let go of pretty soon. Harvey Elliott hasn't been treated great by Slot. Calvin Ramsey hasn't been treated very well. I'm trying to think if there are any other names. McConnell, he seems to love, but he loaned out McConnell. Trey Neone, Rio. Do we have a little bit of an issue here with like Slot in youth players and up and coming players?
Do you know what it is? I mean, I'm making an assumption, obviously. He's too new at the club to risk his career for kids.
But we're not asking to risk his career, though. We're just saying there's times where some of these players could have been used and integrated.
Yeah, but he's always going to be worried if they fail, it's on my head top.
You think?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think that's why the only games he risks them in are the Carabao Cup games.
Again, we haven't had loads of games where we've been out of sight with a lot of time left in the game, but the Frankfurt game, bro, that was the game that really sticks out. I'm like, Rio's right there. Let him go and have 15, 20 minutes just a run out.
I hear it. And the thing is, we're coming off the back of the worst manager to compare him to, because Klopp was one of the best managers for giving kids a chance. If he thought they were ready, he'd play them. Do you know what I mean?
So Brendan did as well. Like, we can't even just say it's Klopp. Brendan gave Sterling a chance, Suso a chance. Like, again, Brendan did also mess up relationships with those guys as well, but he did give them chances. Benitez before
he was forced to a little bit though, Cal, because you remember how little money we had back then. So like,
I hear it. That's true as well. But Benitez did as well. Benitez gave some chances to like your Nabil El-Zars and players like that.
Yeah.
Like
again, though, because we had no budget, though, innit?
Say again,
we had no budget again, though, innit? So a lot of those were maybe forced on them a little.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But I hear what you're saying. Slot seems to be the worst at giving the kids a chance. But then again, he has only been here a year. I think Brendan had 3.5 years at Liverpool. Benitez had 6 years.
No, but Brendan was bringing through the kids like in his first season.
Was he?
Andre Wisdom. Remember Andre Wisdom and players like that as well.
That's true, yeah. But again, we were in a bad way financially back then, so it probably played a part in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Slot's got to be. You know, the only youngster I feel like Slot actually truly has like confidence in is Trey. I feel like
Fabio Carvalho is another one, bro. Carvalho had a really good preseason. Slot said, "Nah, gone."
I think he was always out of the plans, though. You know what I mean? I remember there are some rumors Carvalho's got a bit of an attitude problem, so I don't know if that's got anything to do with it, because he hasn't actually done well at a lot of the places he's gone. Because apparently he's got a bit of an attitude issue. Yeah. So I don't know, bro. I don't know, but you know, it's just one of them things, isn't it, where you just look and you think, could you give some of these kids more chance? But then I think he just worried that if it goes wrong, then if he'd been here like 5 years, maybe he would have played a lot of youngsters by now. But he has only technically been here a year and a half, so maybe it's just like, not quite.
Yeah, fair. Shout out to Ren. He says, Isak just need for Nyam food, some hard food and drink some bobo root. Him soon fix up. Stop the scared business drifting car. No, I hear it. But a break of any kind is still bad, though, man.
Yeah, bro. 2 to 3 months is a lot, man.
Ash says no injury in football worse than Phil Babb double ball break. Yeah, man lost his balls to a goalpost and Kazarigi. Yeah, that was dark.
Hold on, did he actually have to have his testicles removed?
That's the rumor, but I don't know if it's ever been confirmed.
Whoa, I just got a bellyache.
No, it could have happened, bro. That's not.
No, I know. I've just got like a, sympathy pain or whatever you call it, bro.
Yeah.
Ross Clark.
Jade Activist says Mika Antonio is free. Yeah, we can't bring in Mika Antonio though. Double Lion says if the plan is to play with 2 strikers, then we will need another one anyway. True, and Endrick would be sold on the thought of 2 of the 3 strikers being on. That is very true. I just don't think the long-term solution or the plan from Slot is to play 2 strikers.
Yeah, I think he stumbled into it.
Yeah, Like, I think we were forced into having to do it because we didn't have any wide players available. But I don't think that's the long term. If that is the long term plan to do that, then it should be no issue selling the idea to a striker.
Yeah.
T. Dot says, big up Drift. Good to see you out in classics yesterday.
Oh, big up yourself. Big up yourself, G. I mean, with all due respect, because obviously I don't know the name. I don't know which one of you it was, because quite a few people did come up to me yesterday. Everyone was showing mad love and respect. So now big up yourself, man. It was kind of weird because I thought I could be incognito, but apparently not. But no, big up yourself, G. Big up.
And also, boys, deep hit. Spurs played dirty the whole game. Yeah, they did.
It was a good night as well yesterday. Very good night. When you want to go out now, you have to go to the over 30s, man. It's
I'd be doing that anyway.
Yeah, it's the one now, bro.
I'm partying with no YNs, man.
Yeah, blood. Yeah, blood. It's not. Yeah.
S-Jot says, Fab said we called for Semenyo in November, nothing since, but made calls for other players this month. To understand the situation, you think we see it better than Semenyo? Look, I'm intrigued to see what we do, because I need to see at least a centre back coming in January and a forward that was needed before the Isak injury. We need to do something.
Yeah.
Jade Activist says we're slow in attack. Adeyemi to me is like Semenyo. I kind of agree with that. I know people don't really reckon. Here's all right. I'll caveat that straight away. I think Semenyo is better than Adeyemi before anyone loses their rag with me. But I do see Adeyemi as someone who I think could thrive in the Premiership.
Do you know where though? At an Everton or a Newcastle or one of those teams where they get to play that counter-attack type football. I don't know if you do well in a possession base, always playing low block type teams. I don't know.
That's fair. That's fair, because it's the same reservation I have with Semenyo. Jay says Vlahovic on loan. Again, nah, not unless, and he's available on free at the end of the season. So either Juve are going to keep him or sell him. There's no point loaning him at this point, in my opinion. Adamola Lookman on loan. I don't see that happening either.
Where is Lookman? Is he still at Atalanta?
He's still at Atalanta, yeah.
He's still there.
Shout out to Ash says we currently have no homegrown spots in the Prem squad. Yeah, I've been saying to this people, and no one wants to listen. I'm just homegrown negativity, Callum. That's what. Jay says Tony on loan. Ivan Tony on loan could run.
Their season's over, innit?
Do you know what, Jay? That one could run. Because Tony's a Liverpool fan as well. That one there for me can run.
But you know what I'd be worried about? I'll be worried that Tony's so good that he'll bag and then it'll be like, oh shit, what do we do now?
I'd rather have that problem in a couple months' time than
I hear it. You know, I will still take Tony in a heartbeat. I'd even take Tony on a permanent. If you told me he was going to come in to be part of the front rotation with Isak and Egg, run it, bro. Run it.
I'm not mad at it.
Run it, bro. 100%. And he's the type of man that ain't letting no one bully us. Now we're a little bit soft right now, and everybody's like, you think Tony's letting man push us around? No way, bro. No way.
Charlie says Bichetti, Rio, Neoni need to get game time. They're such ballers. Completely agree. Football Bloods TV says this is sad news. People bashing about the money waste on the Isak injury is pure BS. Fans, I can't lie. Big up Kopish, 7 a.m. here, and I'm tuning to you guys. You're a legend, man. You're a Man United fan, but you're still a legend, man.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself.
Mantis says, Cal, you think I'm joking? So Buzz like false now. I don't think you're joking. I laughed out of concern. That's what that was. That wasn't me laughing because I thought you were joking. I laughed out of concern.
Do you know what? If we start playing Soboslai up front, he's literally got to be like, hey, slot, hey. The fuck, man?
Can you imagine him doing that in a press in a team meeting? If Slot just reading out the team, she's like, yeah, and we're gonna have Sobos like. You just see him just like look at Virgil like, nah, blood. Virgil like, nah, Dominic, nah. You ain't gonna speak I will.
Yeah, nah. What is going on here? Like what is going on, bro? Man's treating man like a Swiss Army knife, bro.
Football Gospel called him Omni player, bro.
Yeah. Man, come like shout out to all the old schoolers who know about a Swiss Army knife. I don't even know if the youngest know what that is. You can cut someone, cut paper, open a can of beans. You can do everything with a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, Jamrock's right though. He did it. He did do it last season. He did it against Man City.
Crazy. Well, it was more like a 10 than a false 9.
Yeah,
game, but it's true. He was the furthest man forward for real. So
we might see it.
Nah, he's got to holler at him, man. If Slot puts him up front, he's just got to address the situation and in front of everyone.
Yeah,
it can't even be like in the office because then Slot would just be like, "Nah, you're doing it," and then
take a couple
like,
weeks
do it in front of everyone. You know what I mean?
Take
so other people go,
fine. Yeah,
he's right, Gaffer. You know, like bloody hell, you're playing him everywhere, bruv. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if we goes in goal for a penalty shootout at this point. Fuck you, no, bro. Can you imagine we saw him giving so much? Look, I don't even know if this is a real thing, and I've been watching football my whole life, so I should. But you don't need to make a substitution for an outfield player to be a goalkeeper in a penalty shootout, right?
Yeah, you don't,
so technically, you can actually let him take the penalty, then give him the gloves, right?
Yeah.
Am I right in that?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be fucking surprised, Cal.
That'd be crazy.
Wouldn't even be surprised.
Shout out to Jay, says Tony wants to be in the England squad. You know what, Jay? I'll be real. Tony is a shout.
Does it affect the bag if he comes on loan?
Nah, I doubt it.
It doesn't, no. Okay.
I don't think so. Serge Gnabry, again, he's available on a free, so I don't see Bayern Munich letting that happen. Maybe you can buy him, maybe, but I wouldn't see us.
Give him 2 mil loan fee, something like that.
The Prodigy says, did you see the bird push Ekatike's head to the year? Don't get me started on that guy, man.
Yeah, he should have got punched, man.
Yeah, I don't know how he gets away with it, man. I really don't.
He's such a prick.
Yeah.
Is there a more dislikable person in football than Richarlison?
Him and Pickford, innit? I don't think Pickford's as bad as him.
Yeah, he's not.
I feel like Pickford's maybe mellowed down a little bit over the last year or so.
I mean, Pickford's still a prick. I still
of course, him, but Richarlison, bro.
Richarlison is just
There's no way I could play against Richarlison without getting sent off. No way.
No, it's true.
100% get sent off. And Football Bloods TV says, will Chiesa at least start now? Poor guy. No, he won't. He won't start.
No, he won't.
He'll still get the same minutes. People, look, we're going to wrap up there. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Let us know who you think we should bring in, if you think we should bring in another striker, and do you think this will affect our January window? I'll be back tomorrow morning. Well, I'll be back in a few hours in the morning now for the morning show. I'll probably do an early one in the morning, guys, maybe around 9-ish. So that's 9 hours from now, wherever you are in the world. And then got a great 8 show at 4 tomorrow, and then our Monday night live show. I've been avoiding this one, Jay, but you sent it as a super chat, so I can't ignore it now. Mason Greenwood, can't stand him. Me personally, honestly, and I'm only going to speak for me. This is not Kopish view. This is just my view. From what he did, I particularly don't want to play like that at the club, personally. And I know, and again, I'm speaking as a hypocrite because I'm a Christian, and Christian belief is forgiveness and all that stuff. I just can't get that out of my mind. I get he's a fantastic footballer. I just can't get that out of my mind, what he did personally. So for me, and I'm just speaking on behalf of myself, not speaking for Drift or Matt or on behalf of Kopish, for me, I don't want him anywhere near the club.
No, I 100% agree with you. 100% agree. I think football might be one of the only worlds where you can kind of do what he did and still be allowed your job.
Well, that MMA and boxing as well, unfortunately. Sport is sport. It's sport.
Yeah, I guess so. I think the thing is, there's with MMA, what the difference would be is he didn't break a rule that has anything to do with combat. So I get why he'd still be allowed to be a fighter. But yeah.
Sorry, again, I just want to shut this down before this develops. I do not like McGregor, sorry. That's changed a while ago.
Like, such a weird guy.
Yeah, that changed a while ago. Like, I have been a McGregor fan for a while before not the allegation, before the conviction came out.
Jason, he's saying more not we sign him. Is someone more unlikable than Richarlison?
Oh,
I get it. Oh,
sorry.
Okay.
Big out yourself, Jay. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess that puts him in there.
Yeah.
I when I said unlikable, though, I meant by just being a prick.
Footballer,
because Suarez, Bernardo Silva, all these people who've got domestic violence and racism and all that stuff, that goes without saying.
That goes beyond sport.
Yeah, that goes past what I did. Because Richarlison's not a bad person off the field. I haven't heard anyone say it's just on the field. He's just the most unlikable prick you've ever seen. But I've never heard a bad word. You know what he seems like he's a bit like? I heard everyone big up Diego Costa. That apparently he was such a nice guy, but when that whistle blew for the match, he was the biggest dickhead on the pitch out of anyone that was playing. So I think Richarlison probably goes in that bracket until further notice, anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh yeah, Joey Barton, king of the pussy-holes.
Yeah.
Absolute king of the pussy-holes.
You know what?
Do you know he's actually everything? He's actually everything.
I don't know about the grape stuff, but yeah, everything else he's got.
Well, he beat up his girl, so isn't that what he just went court for the other day, bro?
To be honest, I've actually muted the Tony Barton.
I'm sure he got charged the other day, if I'm not mistaken.
I've literally muted him, but I can't. You know, people get rage baited and stuff. I'll just cut off the name. Like I'll just block and mute the name, so I don't know what goes on with him.
He hits women. He's racist. He beats people up. His family don't even get me started on what they did to that poor kid. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, he is the kingpin of pussy-holes, without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah. I cannot believe people still give him still give him a platform and let him speak. He should be banned. Imagine that, bro. We'd get in trouble right now if I played 2 seconds of Liverpool having an injury yesterday to Isak. We'd actually get in trouble. YouTube would come down on us like that. But they let somebody like him have a voice and talk and say what he wants. Are you actually kidding me? What are we doing here?
Yeah.
What are we actually doing here?
Says a lot about society, bro.
Wild, bro. Absolutely wild. But
yeah. Ryan Giggs, shout out to Streets. Shout out to Streets Approved Thames. I haven't seen you in a while, bro. Hope you're well.
Ryan Giggs, it has been a while.
Yeah, Ryan Giggs, another one still.
Ryan Giggs is a scumbag. But
yeah, he's a scumbag.
I'm not gonna lie. What he did doesn't go in the Joey Barton category, though.
Yeah,
it's scummy, but it doesn't go in the Joey Barton category.
Yeah, if his brother punched him up for that, though, I'd have fully understood.
Yeah. It should have been more than that. If I'm being honest with you, all the cousins, he should have got rushed, bro.
Yeah, not for real.
Bro, I'm not going to lie. If you come to my family function, yeah, and you've been sleeping with my cousins, do you get what I mean? Like, say your 2 cousins come to the family do, and one of the cousins has been sleeping with the other cousin's wife. But, bro, I'm getting all the cousins, and he's getting rushed, bro.
Yeah, shall I tell you what the killer is?
Kind of beating for
we probably feel this more than a lot of other people because we're really close with our brothers.
Yeah,
that's one of the few things that could make me want to hit Calvin.
I don't even know how you initiate that scenario,
bro. Neither do I.
Don't. How do you move up your brother's wife? I don't even know how that scenario even happens, bro.
They're both like even the wife's scumbag as well. The wife's a scumbag. Like she's kind of got away scot free. She's a scumbag as well.
Of course she is, brother. Of course she is. 10 years,
brother.
He's holding a beating at 10 family reunions. Yeah. And if he doesn't come to any of them, we'll go to his yard, bro.
He's saying, guys, it's 8 p.m. It's 8 p.m. Round up.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
It's been 7 years. Yep, 7 years is this year. We got another 3 to go after this one. Everyone, yeah, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. No weapons this year. No weapons this year. No weapons this year. He's getting a bit older, so no weapons this year, but just hands and feet.
Cow, he got her pregnant.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
And I think she aborted it or something. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a whole world we live in.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Giggs might be going in that category then.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how Rodri, his brother, has been able to stay sane.
God. That's the only person that can keep you staying in that scenario is God.
Crazy.
And I pray that family didn't allow him because he's the rich one.
We know how that goes, though. S-Jot says, Cal, how did you want Ugarte, man, and Yoko over Ekitike? Whoa. When did I say I wanted Gyökeres over Ekitike?
Yeah, I don't
when did I say that?
Remember that, yeah.
You lot
The
drag
Ugarte
my
one
name.
hasn't aged well at all.
No,
man.
it hasn't. It's aged terribly.
Did you see him today trying to spray a pass?
Nah,
Oh
it's
my
yeah.
days.
It's like milk left out in the sun. It's aged terribly.
Oh my days.
Milk left out in the sun. I hold that one.
Shout out
Wow,
Villa as well.
Jay said I have the tapes of Cal saying that. Just what? Let's wrap up because I know there's more coming in the morning. Drift, you got anything? No.
Whoa. That is a pause, Cal. Did you realize what you just said?
Yeah, I hear it. So I heard it. Yeah, I hear it, but I heard it back.
Oh my days.
Yeah, I heard it back.
Yeah.
It's late, man. Allow me, you, man. It's late.
Oh shit. Yo.
Wherever you, man. Big up everyone. Fun you lot. All of you. Last 5 minutes, you drag my name through the mud. Jamrock says might be in the minority. I don't want Semenyo.
I don't think you're a minority. I think there's a few people.
Yeah, I don't say in the minority. I want Semenyo. I just don't. I don't lose sleep over it. If that makes sense.
No, I get it.
So, yeah.
I get it. Mizzy, big up yourself, G. Yeah, I will be covering quite a few of the AFCON games, bro. So hold tight. I will. And I'm really glad they're at like reasonable times as well. The first one I'm going to be doing from that is the Egypt game. Obviously, we'll be doing Salah Watch. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on that.
Jay saying Bacola over Semenyo. I'm with that as well, personally.
I wouldn't, I wouldn't.
S-Jot, send me the clip. Are you lot all moving like my man? What's his name? Carell from HMRC football. Like, is this what we're doing now? You're just digging up my past.
No, right now, Jay come like he's moving like 50, bro. Man's building it. Man's getting some cow documentary together or something.
No, do you know what? Do you know what though, Jay? You didn't play the full clip. Shout out to the person who sent it to me because I have someone who's working on my side now. But yeah, we'll go from there. No, but big up each and every one of you until we see you again. Stay safe, stay blessed. See you in like 9 hours, guys. Stay safe, hold on.
One more super, bro.
Cop-ish says Merry Christmas, Kopish, happy holidays to the fam. Big up yourself, bro.
Big up yourself, G. You'll see us before Christmas, but big up yourself.
You'll see us a good few times before Christmas.
And again, big up to the guy in the chat who I bumped into yesterday, man. Everyone was blessed, man. So big up everyone.
Yeah. Big up everyone. Until we see you again. Stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish. All right. Take care.
Peace.